Welcome to episode 60 of the 521 Restomod. If you're new to the channel, this is a 1970 Datsun Truck. I bought it over a year ago in pieces, not running, not even rolling, no steering, no brakes, nothing. And I've been kind of modernizing it with 5-speed disc brakes, power, electric steering, rack and pinion, stuff like the stereo, reverse camera, whatever. And trying to make it look kind of stock. I also have coilover, 300x coilovers on front and the rear. But this video is about where I left off in the last video, is where I'm put the engine back in. I accidentally put in a 620 oil pan because my 521 pan was leaking, and you'll see in the video what happens with that. Apparently the 620 and 520 don't have the same pan. I didn't know. I also fixed some 5-speed modifications, adjust the 5-speed again, get it closer to the 4-speed. I also fixed, spent a lot of time fabricating a new bracket for the alternator to move the alternator back to the rear pulley, and I make it adjustable with a VG33 bracket. And I think there's something else in this video. Anyways, I just getting ready for, I put in a 240Z 6-cylinder water pump to give me more clearance for future electric fans. And I don't know what else. But anyways, like, subscribe, comment down below if you want to see more videos. I also have some videos on my Frontier, you can see in the background probably, 2018. And I've got videos on my son's 2024 Frontier, my daughter's Sentra, and then my wife's Leaf. So thanks for watching. And that's Amber over there, if you can see her. I'm not sure if she's in the video or not. Alright, so here's my rack and pinion out of the truck for the first time in a long time. I need to put the boots on these things. But just went ahead and knocked off a little bit of this bump, because this is where it rubs on the oil pan. So I put a little dent in the oil pan, and I grinded a little bit of this down. So let's see if it clears now. I can't believe I can actually remove this. With the rack installed in the crossmember, I can install it and remove it as a unit. I don't understand why these boots are getting smashed a bit so. Weird. So I think I'm going to put the original one back on that's modified. That's been cut and welded. I have to cut and weld this one. I thought I could beat it into clearance, but I can't. Okay, here's my new pan that I just put on to fix the oil leak because my cut and welded one was dripping a little bit. So I put a stock one on thinking it would clear my rack and pinion. Well, it doesn't. So I could definitely put the motor mount back to stock location, move that back. But the pan does hit tight clearancing it, but it isn't enough. So here's what I learned. I didn't document this, but I did take this pan off a while ago, put a new gasket on, see if I could fix some oil leaks. I thought it was leaking up here. I think it was actually leaking on the weld. I found out I can't take this cross member off because I can't get a flipping socket on here barely clear. So I got to clearance these D21 A-arms. See that? I think I can get a wrench on the other side. Can't get a ring in. Okay, I can get a wrench on, I think. Yeah. Open end, not a ring. It's R19. We can get it on this side. Yeah, so it's just, it's kind of tight. So I need to clearance this A-arm. So I need to cut off a little bit of this A-arm. So let's do that. Take out the cross member, take off the pan, re-weld the other one, put the old pan back on. I'm not going to clearance this one today. I need to get the truck back together. Oh, so much work. All that work to change the pan to find out it doesn't clear my rack. I have to look at it. It looked like there was enough clearance with the stock pan, but it was misleading. It tricked me. It tricked me. Alright, I just cut those off. And I wire weld them. Oh, I hit the bolt a little bit there. Hey, now I can get a socket on there. Is that closed? Cool. Now I can use sockets to get rid of the crossmember. I've never taken this crossmember out. That'll make taking the pan out easier because I did it before. I took this pan out I couldn't get to these bolts, so I didn't take this out. But the takes the tube, prevented the pan from coming out, so I had to disconnect the tube after I took the pan halfway out, and then put it back together, put the pan halfway in, and put the tube in. Oh, it was a pain in the butt. So this will make it easier. Now that I got that cut, I'll take these out, take this off. Now the pan will come in and out like originally designed. So much better. Look at that. Frost remembers that for the first time, maybe ever in his life. I don't know. First time for me on this truck. Took out these bolts. These are actually like pinch nuts, I think. I think they have a little hair head. Anyways, now I can take the pan out much, much, much faster. Again, for so many times taking this pan. Okay, I'm not crazy. I could have swore after I got rid of the Mazda rack and pinion, put the S30 rack and pinion in here, there was clearance. There's plenty of room. So I got an L20. It came with a truck oil pan from the 620. So I decided to put it in because this one was leaking. I couldn't figure out where it was leaking on one of these welds. I'll just put it in the 620 pan, it'll clear. And it wouldn't go in. It wouldn't go in, so I started beating it. Finally, I just took it out. I gave up. Just like I need a little bit more here. And it's actually tight. But it almost clears. I just need a little bit more clearance. I took it out, put the 521 back in. That's when I put them side by side for the first time ever. The 521 pan is totally smaller. L16, L20. Wonder what an L18 pan looks like. Maybe that's different too. Amazing. I had no idea they were different. I just assumed they're the same. And here's an L20 74 car pan from a 610, not 620, but a 610. I know the cars and the trucks have different pans. Everybody knows that. I just assumed all the truck pans were the same. I wonder, I've been driving myself nuts trying to figure out why the rack won't fit. If it wasn't for my rack and pinion, it wouldn't be an issue. But I like rack and pinion. Oh well, so now I'm going to have to clearance that one another day. I just re-welded this one on the inside. I tried JB welding it. It doesn't leak water, but it does leak oil. If I fill it with water and leave it for 24 hours, 48 hours, it doesn't drip a drop. But if I put it with oil, it doesn't drip. If I start the engine and run it, it drips out of here. With the engine running, like a little positive crankcase ventilation, I get a minor leak. It's been driving me nuts. I would have changed the gasket on this, thinking it was the gasket, and it wasn't the gasket. It was dripping out of here and running along and down the pan. So anyways, I weld this again. Hopefully, this will be like the 4th time I install this pan. Hopefully it doesn't leak. What the hell is that bug on my truck? I don't know what that is. Alright. So I got the 521 slave onto the 620 5-speed. And you can see I've got the adjuster all the way out. Okay, so that thing is tight. I can't loosen anymore, I don't think. So I'm going to have to take this thing back off and take off the lock nut. Because the clutch does seem to feel like it disengages. There's no free play at all in there. It's like maxed out. I don't like that. So here's the back of the AC bracket, the adjuster. I already welded on a piece of metal 1/4 inch thick with a bend in it. But to keep that from bending, I whipped up a little custom piece of flat stock out of cardboard. Transferred like 1/4 inch thick. Put that in there. Now I can still get my adjuster in and out. At the same time, I'll give some stability to the back of this. It won't get in the way of anything. So let's go ahead and weld this onto the back of the AC bracket. Okay, here's the air conditioning bracket all done, tightened. I think it's the same belt I had on there before. So I moved this thing out and down. Why did I move it down? Oh, yeah, so I could get the other belt in here. Obviously I have to put the alternator belt on first, but Though I couldn't just move this old bracket out. I had to move it over and I turned it down. So I had to add 2 pieces of steel. But looks pretty factory-ish. Stupid sun glare. So let's put it on the truck. Well, good news, it fits. I've gotten my adjustable, what is it called? AC bracket on. And I got lucky. Just clears my D21 tension rods or whatever those things are called. Super happy about that. It's a little bit close, but I moved it over when I moved it out and down. So looks good. Looks really good. I'm really happy about that. I was a little stressed it wasn't going to clear. When I headed out, I put another bolt in here. So now I've got my hose is bolted to the body, so the body shakes and it will rub on the bumper bracket down here. It's pretty close to that, but that could be cut off, but it doesn't hit. So yeah, now I gotta adjust. That's the ZL24 water pump, by the way. Gives me a lot more clearance for electric fan. So now I gotta move the alternator back an inch or whatever it is. It's 15 millimeters. Alright, so I got the the VK56 alternator remounted. 1 inch back. I moved, chopped up this bracket, cut this off, cut off the sleeve, put a new one on, moved it back, 1 V-belt, it's like 15 millimeters or whatever it is. Now the alternator's on again, but now this bracket doesn't work because, it's too heavy to do one-handed. This bracket won't work, which is okay because I want to take this time to upgrade to the VG style adjustable. I know they had these on the Z's on the L28s, and I know the 720 had them. This is a VG33 bracket. It's designed to go on the left side of the motor. And I want to put it on the right side here, so it's as simple as just flipping it over. Wow, that actually almost looks like it made this work. Obviously, we'd have to trim this. Anyways, I want to go. All I really care about is this adjustable technology. I don't want to do the old-fashioned put a crowbar in here and heave and then tighten and just stupid way of tightening a belt. I like just turning one of these things. So I got to figure out how to get that. I was originally just going to cut it off, but you know, if I just flip it upside down, it's designed to go that way. Anyways, let me see if I can figure this out. I'll bring it back if I figure it out. But I want to make this adjustable, easy way. And now obviously this bracket, I have to put a piece of steel in here to come up and grab the back side of this, because it doesn't even come near the bracket anymore. So I'm going to add more steel there. That should take care of that. I can't believe this, but look how good that fits. And the wires here. This is a VG33 bracket. Flipped upside down and on the wrong side of the block. Check this out. This is a VG33 bracket. It's supposed to go like this on the left side of the engine. I just flipped it over, cut off that one corner. And it seems to fit really good. Look at that fit, man. Wow, I can't believe how good that is. So again, it's upside down. Oh, it's on the wrong side. This is normally mounted on the left side of the engine. It's on the right side of an L instead of a VG. And just clears right there. So all I'm going to do is, where'd that Sharpie go? That's my Sharpie. I'm going to grind that, cut that out. I cut off this ear. Got this adjusted all the way in. It does come close to the frame here. I could actually, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be this easy, because I think I want this thing closer to the block. I want this thing to hug the block. There is room here, but I just want this tight fitting. So I'll probably have to cut this, take out an inch, bring this closer. Anyways, just as is, at least at this dimension, I think it's good. Be nice with it. So anyways, let's grind this and then we'll cut it in half. Really liking this. I just bolted the thing on all the way loose. I cut out about an inch out of the middle. I cut off a little bit more here. And that actually looks like a factory bracket. I think that's what a stock bracket looks like on the VG33 if I remember correctly. Except for on the other side. But yeah, I've actually made something like this before if you look on my website. So now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off some more of this. So this will go down some more. So the alternator will go down some more. Because I've got tons of swing here. And then I got to match that angle. Still have this thing upside down. I've never tried making one of these before with this upside down. But to flip it over wouldn't be too much work. I just have to cut this. Put the bolt on the outside. That would pull that in. I'd have to make a jog in here to connect it. But yeah, it's pretty close. I think I'm just gonna keep cutting away at this. One strip at a time to the saw. Alright, it's getting there, so I got this adjusted all the way in. And it's clearing the thing completely now. So just cut this one down. So to bridge that gap, I could technically weld across that, but I don't want to. And I could adjust this in, but I don't want to. I think I'm going to grind this a little bit more here and a little bit there. So this bracket will go down just a little bit more. Actually, that'd be bad. I need to grind this so the alternator will come back just a little bit more. And then fill in this gap, and then I can tackle these together. And then I got to get the critical angle. Yeah, this is going to be nice and tight. The frame, I think, is over here. This thing was actually... Anyways, yeah, this will definitely clear. So, let's take it up again and cut this again. The main thing I think is I got to cut this one. I think I'm already down enough. I think I just need to cut this top one. Alright, I'm almost done. Got the bottom welded up. It's adjustable. Just adjusted this. It's working perfectly. Got a range of adjustability. So I just need to fix this floppy thing. So I just made a little cardboard template. I'll go behind here. Connect this old bracket to the thing to keep the alternator from flopping around. It's a 1/4 inch plate. It's pretty strong, but it'll still want to deflect. Just mount it at the bottom. Let's just get this cut out of steel and we'll weld it on. Here's the finished, what is it, the L series. So basically it's a VK or whatever. It's a big 150 amp alternator on an L series bracket. It's my second design. I guess I can cut a little bit of this off, but it works. The best part about this is it moves it back compared to the last version, but it's adjustable with the factory Nissan adjuster part. I love these things. So let's install it on the engine. So I got the 6-cylinder water pump on. I got the alternator on, back. But now none of my old belts fit these things. So I gotta get some new belts, smaller sizes or whatever. And I'm still trying to figure out what to do for an electric fan. I need to order, I think a 10 inch is what I think I'm gonna try.